Hello and welcome back to the Fourth Estate Militia Actual Play. This week's episode has the team arriving at a decrepit apartment building that quite disturbingly sounds like a place I used to live. The collective linguistic skills of the team are put to the test trying to get through a door. Kennel hasn't quite realized he isn't at the dog park and plays with a tennis ball. And Juliet shows the Barrens how she feels about legs. It's time to begin episode 5, the like I totally live here kind of grin.
Horatio, I need you to roll a an etiquette check using reaction or stealth using reaction.
Would the street spec apply?
Yes, it would. Oh yeah, no big deal at all. As you drive past this place, you very much have to pick through a ton of, even for a Barrens area, you're having to weave your way through rubble, having to go very slow. And as you get closer, improv you notice this first. There are a handful of comlinks running, as well as a few other devices.
Okay.
And Horatio, Tetravision, what does that do?
It gets a bonus to regular visual perceptions, and it grants you low light, but I'm an orc, so I have that already.
Also known as the most amazing and underpriced gene mod you can get in the game.
Yup.
Yeah, it's amazing. Horatio, you see several people inside as far as moving around and just doing something with the area that Red Hot has. He told you like, hey, that's the place where we need to go. The outside of this place, the streets jammed up almost. It looks very intentional of where there's been debris that forces you to constantly to go slow and to do a slow zigzag back and forth through the street. But you rolled well enough to where you very much just be looking like, oh, this is where I need to go. I'm trying to get through here, versus just, hey, I'm somebody who's checking out your area. You're picking your way through the area. How does how does Horatio drive casual? I guess would be the best way
Well, given that
to
it's
put
the
this.
Barrens, he's got one hand on the wheel. We've got our trog rock blasting. The driver's side window is rolled down all the way, and then he's sticking his head out the window so that he can like look to make sure there's no bombs or things that might pop as run flat tires. And if he sees anyone looking at him, he gives them the big nod and a grin, like I totally live here kind of grin.
So you're blending in by standing out.
That's exactly right.
But it's perfect. Inside, you see several different people moving around, mostly on the might be a second floor. It's kind of hard to tell. You can just see them in a second set of windows. This is very much an old residential building, not quite a like suburb type building, but almost like a low income apartment. The building itself is U shaped, where you actually have to walk like actually have to walk in between the apartments in order to move up, and each level has a landing that's in some shade of disrepair or even collapse, with either boarded up windows or dark tarp where it looks like some sort of like mud or something has been rubbed on these things to black it out or cover up areas of where light would normally shine through. And the place itself is filthy, which is kind of a stark contrast to the pictures that Improv had found earlier of where it was almost clinical, at least on the
Okay.
inside. Horatio, you would notice this definitely with what you had rolled. On several of the doors, there is a bright red and black CC every now and then, just spray painted and graffitied, or just graffitied on the sides of the walls. And as you finally round the last corner or past the corner of this place, you see someone using a thing of spray paint, putting something else up on the wall.
So when he sees that, he leans into the crew, goes, "Oh, those fraggers, they're disrespecting the art. You know how long it took somebody to put those CCs up there? That was like 30 seconds of hard labor. Ugh.
Oh, was it?
Like spray paint ain't cheap, yo."
Mr. GM, if possible, Kennel would have, as we got out of the truck, crushed up a tablet of cram and, chop, 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 chop until it was in a fine line. And with a troll size, he would have knocked back a rail of cram just, whew, because this is about to be party time. Yo, anybody else need a little bit of focus? Anybody else need a little bit of something right now?
Yeah, why not? And Juliet's gonna take a snort of her own jazz.
I'll eat Psyche, because that's my drug. Yay.
And like last time, we'll make the rolls at the end just to see if things progress. Is there anything in particular that you were looking for, Horatio, outside of what I'd told you?
Did we see anyone that looked like lookouts?
Would you make me a judge intentions? Anybody who specifically wants to be looking for these?
I'm passed out, so I can't see shit. Be...
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anybody who is obviously on the lookout. As you roll through, everybody, the people that are on the street or in this area, the people that you pass, as you make eye contact with them and give them the nod, they give you the same nod and kind of duck away. There's a few who just don't make, who refuse to make eye contact as soon as they see the car scurry away. It doesn't appear that anybody is looking out or feels threatened to where they become obvious. Improv.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are passing this area, you notice there's an icon that doesn't match any comm links or. Wait, you have industrial engineering, correct?
Yeah.
The icon matches. Well, hold on. Roll for me real quick.
Do you want the knowledge skill engineering or industrial mechanic?
Industrial mechanic, sorry. Use it as a knowledge skill in this case.
Hey.
Nice.
The icon very closely matches an older version of water pumps or like a sprinkler system or something of that sort. It's very much like a utilities, a utilities icon.
Okay. All right. Fair.
But everything else, there doesn't appear to be similar to the bands. There just doesn't appear to be a whole lot of electronics out here as far as like anything fancy.
Okay.
It's all like rating 2, rating 3 comm links at best. Most of them are rating 1s, but there are a handful.
All right. Solid. Well, if I don't see any like wireless on guns though, right?
No, there does not appear to be any smart guns.
Okay. All right. Or laser sights. Do you see any wireless laser sights?
No.
Okay. Well, I tell them that. So I would wake back up and confirm that no one's messed with my body and be like, so there's like some old like pump stuff in there. Also, there's like a couple of people around here, but I didn't see any big guns. So I mean, it'll probably be better if when we go in, I just use this, and she'll show her carbine. I feel like in true Barrens fashion, this is where we just roll up and go inside, right?
Hey, do any of you got those little like remote control robot things we can throw through a window?
Ooh, I want one of those.
No.
Sorry.
Also, I won't be able to afford one because I'm getting paid in explosives.
By the way, you're welcome.
Oh yeah. No, sorry. Thanks for that. But I mean that helps you too, because if someone who's trying to kill you steps on a bomb and gets not made into not a person anymore, that helps you. So I mean, really, you should be thanking me. But I mean, it's okay. Thank you.
We're gonna have to name your bombs. That's what we're gonna have to do, because you keep saying how they make you not a person, and you know how them fraggers out in
Why?
Bellevue. You know what they think? They think if you ain't got no sin, you ain't a person. So what we're gonna call them, instead of saying they ain't making you a person, we're gonna call them the unsinner, because it's like it's taking your sin away, and you ain't a person no more.
Oh well, no. That's not what I mean. I mean, like like when you step on them, it's not that they don't become a person. It's that their body stops existing as like one solid item, right? Because of either concussive force or shrapnel.
Juliet's shuddering in the background.
You see his eyebrows kind of come together as he's thinking real hard about all these big words you're using.
Right. So swords, right?
Yeah, they're like a big knife, but Japanese people use them.
Yeah. So like when someone gets like hit in the arm with that, and like their arm comes off, and then they can't use their arm anymore, and they have to get a cyber limb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when like a shrapnel bomb goes off, it does a lot of those cuts. So like instead of just the arm coming off, all their arms and legs come off, and then those arms and legs get like cut up into 3 or 4 more pieces.
Oh,
and their face gets cut into like 5 or 6 pieces.
And then they could just get themselves like a cyber bucket to put all their stuff in.
Well, I mean, they could, except the problem is usually their brain is turned into 5 or 6 different pieces as well. And they haven't figured out how to fix that yet. If they're on the Matrix, maybe they could live. But I mean, if they're not, anyway, sorry, we should probably get this stuff because otherwise we won't have enough explosives to make bombs to do that.
All right. So what's going on?
Well, I mean, I feel like if if I didn't see bombs, they didn't see someone waiting to gank us. Given that we live in the Barrens, what you do is you drive the car up to the door, you get out, and you kick the door in with some guns. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, if you want, I can kick down those doors. I'm pretty big.
Yeah. Oh man, we should buy you a battering ram.
Guys, these guys might be friendly.
Oh no, it's cool, man. I won't kick them like I did to that military dude and like try to break their spine out of the back. I got these gloves, man. They'll just knock you out. They just give you a little zap.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, one time I used them on this fool who was messing with Hodor when I was at the dog park, and it kind of set his jacket on fire. So I mean, I don't think crime fixed everything with their gloves yet, but man, look at them. These things look bomb.
Just tell us who to shoot. Yeah. Juliet's
Are
just
these
idling,
guys like,
bumping her AP in the background. And backseat.
Are these guys like like scavenger gangs where they like sell stuff that they found? Because if they are, we could pretend to be buying stuff.
He leans in like right next to her. He goes, "They make drugs."
Oh wow. I mean, like we could talk to them, but if there's not that many of them, and we think we could take them, we should probably do that because if we steal all their drugs, we can sell all their drugs, and then we can buy more stuff. Anyway, yeah, we should all go in and see if they're willing to like trade this stuff to us, and if they're not, we can just shoot them.
Hey, yo, do they sell out of this apartment? Because we could just walk up and be like, "Yo, I hear you selling because we're looking to buy."
Honestly, I don't know. I just know that they sell drugs or make drugs. We take the drugs. We make money.
All right. Well, I mean, is anyone averse to just rolling up? Because like if shit kicks off, I feel Juliet can just like fucking murk a couple of dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. I mean, yeah, just roll up. I can if you want to buy some drugs, I can inspect to make sure that they're proper street cooked quality with that chemistry knowledge.
Okay. So how's this going down? Like you guys said, so you pull up. Who jumps out first? Who's going up? Who's doing what?
I feel like we're all just going in a group, right?
Yeah, well, Kennel would, since this is a Crimson Crush job, Kennel would lean over to Horatio and be like, "Yo, you want to take point? Show your man that you good?"
Oh, he like knows I'm good.
You're the best.
That's right. I got these AKs, and you saw the TMP. That's how you know I'm good.
Hey, man, I gotta tell you, just don't ever forget how fast you reacted when all that dreck was going down at that place during the meet when we all met. Yo, there was no pause on your part. You were the first person in. You were the first person on the trigger. You were dropping suckers like flies in summer, hitting one of those blue lights that zap all the flies. That was you, man. You were the man at that point. That's me trying to justify using leadership on you to give you a little bit of inspiration.
That's right. That's because I hold my gun sideways. That's how they showed me how to do it, and it works. And he'll jump out of the car.
All right. So Horatia's going up first, followed by Juliet.
Juliet's just sort of ambling along behind him,
Um,
smirking with the AK slung in her arms.
Yeah, I'll do the same, but I have my carbine. Again, this is way out in the Z zones after like a fucking military invasion. Ain't no one walking around who ain't strapped,
It's also the Barrens.
Well, yeah, that too.
As you guys begin picking your way up, working through all the refuse that's been on the ground, it doesn't look like anybody's picked up or swept or done anything to this place in decades at best. That there's a black ooze on the walls going up this old just concrete building. As you reach the second floor where Red Hot tells you to go, there's again a big red and black CC.
I'm gonna be doing consistent AR perceptions to see if laser sights get turned on, because she knows in the Barrens people probably don't have smart guns, but what they do have is that 100 million laser sight that makes them that makes shit look all impressive when you put red dots on people. So we're gonna be watching for that. That's gonna be the signal.
Once Juliet gets inside, her senses are going to go on high alert. So, just in case she can pick out something important.
Kennel, there does not appear to be any other gang areas or any other gang tags. Julia, what's your limit on those? Jeez.
Double check it. Oh man, I forgot. 5. So 4, 5, 5.
Well, then it also increases by.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Sync increases that limit by 1, so 6.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk up, Julia, you get a faint hint of very harsh chemicals. almost like bleach or like an ammonia type smell because of your increased senses, and as well as hearing. Yeah, you just hear equipment and glass, and you hear like a medical equipment going and actively being used, as well as the occasional clinking of glass and the spurt of something. It's hard to tell if it's
So,
air or some sort
so
of
nothing too
liquid.
alarming. All right.
No, not at all. So does someone knock? Do they try to open the door? Do they want to climb around the out? Does anybody want to climb around the outside and do a siege maneuver, shooting
Nah.
through
No,
the
we'll
window?
knock on the door, and then we'll call out, "Oi, we're like, we heard you got this Nova hot stuff, yos, and like, oi, we're here to like, parley,
Inspect.
yeah, inspect." Then he takes a big ol' slurp out of his purple Stuffer Shack slushy. There was a sale,
Uh,
okay.
as you knock, Juliet, you hear a lot of shushing going on for a second, then a pause. No hablo inglés.
Uh,
Oh, frat
someone
guys,
just
they
tell me
don't
if I need to
speak
shoot
English.
hallway?
Kennel's going to switch over to Orzette and yell at them like, "Yo, don't be fragging with us. You know we cool. We just here for a little business."
No hablo inglés.
Are they just jerking us off? Can I shoot one of them just to check? You know, if he starts swearing in English instead.
Kennel's going to look over to Red Hot and just give him that shrug and put his hand on a flashbang and kind of do the eyebrows up like that silent, is it time to make shit go boom kind of gesture.
Yeah, I mean, if he's fine with it, we'll start a fight. Fuck it.
Red Hot sitting in the back, and like when you hold him a flashbang, he just kind of shrugs at you like, "Your call, man."
Uh, I would probably say one thing. Are you sure you know habla inglés? I just want to ask.
No hablo inglés.
Okay, we're opening the door, okay? If you don't want us to, you
Juliet
better,
edges
you better
back
tell
behind
us.
the troll.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll let the troll go in first.
Would you guys make me a not sure what type of role this would be? Do any of you have like trades, performance, movies, just anything involving recording of something?
Unfortunately, not. Well, I mean, unless like any of my computer skills could do that, but I don't know. It's up to you.
It's always on the character I'm not playing that they have the skills that would be perfect right now.
That's always the case. You can make me a perception check using logic instead of intuition. An audio perception check, yeah, using logic instead of intuition.
Ooh. At a minus anything?
-2.
Okay, give me 1 second to re-roll that.
Hey, we glitched. It's fine. I'm fine with this.
My first roll was better.
Kennel's a smart puppy. Get it?
Oh,
Hey.
I'm gonna shit on your carpet for that one and blame it on the dog.
First off, are any of you happy with this amount of successes?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I'm
she'll
going to
keep
need
it.
my 1 point of edge later, so I am going to have to be good on this.
Oh boy, Rick.
Okay, Juliet, it's hard to tell what, but you can tell that something's off with what's being said. Like everything's a little too cookie cutter.
I'm going around back.
Like with how it's being said. Wait, say it again.
I'm going around back.
Okay.
She's gonna jog off.
Hey, well, I mean, wait, where are you going?
Red Hot, because he's in the back. He's like, "Hey, where you going?"
Oh, she's probably just
I
like
think
having
they're
a
trying to
smoke
get out the
break.
back door. That's all. I mean, like, come on. What else would you do? You don't just not answer when you're trying to get away from someone. You set up some kind of distraction. What better distraction than no hablo inglés? She gets jogging on again.
I got this crowbar. Let's just bust the door open.
Let's do this.
Okay, so you guys go and bust the door open. Juliet, you got to run around the back still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, Kennel has an idea because he is a professional dog walker. I mean, so he always has a ball on his person, usually just in his pocket, as he's patting himself down, getting ready, smoothing out the jacket, pulling up the zipper. He's going to see the ball and he's going to go, "Yo, I got an idea. Blow that door. All right, let's just kick it in or crowbar it. Let's just open the door. I got a plan."
Well, I mean, you're gonna be the one doing the kicking.
Well, Horatio has the crowbar, or I can kick the door in.
Either works for me.
All right. How about we'll have Horatio do the crowbar, and then I got my secret plan working.
So he'll jam it into the side there, kind of by by one of the hinges, and try and get the very most amount of leverage because he's pretty skinny for an orc. And then he's just going to throw his body into the crowbar.
So make me a body plus strength check. Don't crowbars like double something? I forget exactly what crowbar does rules wise.
Yes, the crowbar doubles your effective strength when you're forcing a door or a container.
Okay, so yeah, double your strength.
Well, I'm happy with that amount of
Yeah,
success.
I was gonna say, yeah, don't worry about it. That was more than enough. You throw your body into this thing, and the plasteel door that was mounted onto this thing just rips off, just slings itself off. Since it opens like with it being closed to the outside, when you slam it, it slings itself up against the stairway and falls down.
Mr. Jim, the moment that door swings wide open, Kennel's going to take that ball in his hand, and he's going to yell, "Grenade!" and chuck it into the room.
I love you, Kennel.
Would you make me a con check?
Yes, I will.
Do I see laser sights yet?
Would this fall under fast talk since I just thought this up on my feet?
Sure. Let's technically know what fast talk is. I'll allow it.
Oh, God. Damn it. 1 hit on 12 dice. I'm going to edge that because, no, I can't be bad at my job. 4 hits total.
Yeah, you yell grenade, and you hear what languages do you speak?
Orzet and Ingles.
You hear in
I do also have ranks in zoology,
I'm
so if there's any
trying to think of
shifters
what it
in
would-
there.
yeah you hear in it's not in the language that you know, but it sounds very similar to English, but not quite. But it's not quite Spanish or anything. It's almost like a mishmash of several different languages as you hear a window break.
Is it on the side of the building that Juliet's going around?
Yes.
Hey!
If I have the action economy, I will send a DNI message to Juliet, just coming at you. Just that.
As you step in, you hear a couple of people scream as the window breaks. Juliet, as you come around the corner, you, you see an orc that is belly flopped out of this window, just come flopping down, just lands hard on his shoulder. There's a sound of bone crunching as he lands. He begins screaming out in pain, grabbing at his shoulder. Yeah, there's pieces of synth wood or older rotted wood even that have fallen down with this guy.
Aww. And then she takes aim and puts a burst into his other leg, whichever one's not been damaged yet.
With what type of bullets?
Explosive.
We'll come back to that. Kennel, as you bust through here, you see like the feet of the guy of his feet falling through the window. there's a young, well, I shouldn't say young. She's probably mid to late teens, elven girl that has ducked into the corner. She's screaming at the top of her lungs, staring at the ball, looking at it in horror, waiting on for it to explode. What do you do after you run in after throwing the grenade?
So we only see the elven girl who's huddled in the corner and dude bro who pulled a Scott Pilgrim and dove out the window.
Yes.
I'm going to run up to the girl and grab her by the back of the hair and put my big troll face right next to hers. Say, "Don't fraggin' move." And I'm giving her the full-on crazy Forrest Whitaker eye while I do it.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I'm trying to see if any laser sights turned on because I said that's what I was doing.
There does not appear to be any laser sights.
All right, well then I'm just gonna have my carbine ready in case anything happens, because I did not hear some things going because I glitched my hear check. Yay!
Do you have E-War?
Yes.
Would you make me an E-Warfare check? Now, this technically isn't something that you can do rules as written, but I'm just kind of gonna. This isn't going to always be the case, but for this specific time, I'm going to do it just for narrative reasons.
Sure.
one of the comlinks, one of the comlink icons that you had previously pull up, you begin. I don't think this is again. This isn't something that technically that you can do. It begins sending out a. Well, I guess this kind of makes sense that there would be a thing. It sends almost out like a like an alert. If you've ever messed like you have a cell phone, obviously. Have you ever gotten like the Amber alerts on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
It sends out something kind of similar to that, just on the matrix. It's not necessarily directed at any of you, but the icon itself almost goes into a like a panic. It's almost like a panic button that's been hit.
Ooh. Then I'm gonna exploit our new matrix rules, and I'm immediately gonna just collapse. I'm gonna say, I got to do something. I'm gonna collapse on the ground. I'm gonna brute force it.
Yeah, you easily pop through that thing.
I'm gonna snoop it. I want to know where it's sending this alert to.
The alert is being sent out to what appears to just be another comlink.
Can I now perceive that comlink?
Since you're fully hacked into the thing, you would be able to.
No, I mean
Well,
like
you'd have
from
to
the snoop traffic, right? Because if it's sending it somewhere and I'm snooping who it's sending it to, can I then perceive who it's sending it to?
not without hacking the device that it's being sent to.
Okay. But am I able to do that?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to do a perception to know what the rating was. Don't worry about it. Nobody.
Okay. I mean, you could make the roll to figure that out.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I was wanting to do with the perception.
Oh, well, I mean, you would have the com code now that it's being sent to.
Yeah. So I wanted to perceive that com code just so I knew the rating.
Oh, you were typing it out. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
It's a rating 4.
Whoa. Holy shit, that's a comm link, bros.
That's like the
Ooh.
boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a message out to the team. I'm gonna be unconscious for a couple of minutes, okay?
Is that good or bad? And
It's
she's
okay. There's someone with a comm link that's worth more than this entire job. So just give me a sec.
what? Who? You can steal from them instead.
I'm gonna edge that.
Juliet, we're going to jump over to you. Great. As my family walks in, this is going to be the thing that they hear. The poor man whose legs you shoot, the explosive round pierces, and then, as explosive rounds do, explodes. And he no longer has like half his leg.
No, you
Um,
can't run. Come here.
And yeah, at this point, he's just screaming. Do you have first aid or anything?
She has a med kit, so she's going to waddle over, pull out the med kit, and start, slapping hemostatic, like a tourniquet at the very least, just to stop the blood flow.
Okay. Nope. That's all I needed to know. Good job.
She's humming to herself. That helps at all.
So, Kennel, did you want to intimidate this girl, or
I would like to just kind of look her over because, Kennel's assumption, if you're an elf in this part of town, you're probably a working girl or you're an addict. So he's just up in her face, just didn't want her to move anywhere. But when he got close, what he really wanted to do was check her up close for like dark circles under the eyes. Does she have track marks? Are her pupils just completely blown out? Like he's trying just to figure out if she's a working girl or something else.
do you have any sort of medical training at all to figure that out?
He does a lot of drugs.
Does he have street drugs as a knowledge skill?
Can I default to farming? I have 1 rank in farming. I'll take that as a no.
No, I'm trying. If you can justify it.
No, I unfortunately I just didn't have enough skill points. I have no points in drugs right now. The closest thing that might work, actually no, that not even that. So no, unfortunately right now I do not.
He might be able to use judge intentions to see if she's like high right now, right?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Judge intentions will work.
Okay.
And stop me if I ever suggest too much, Pickle. I don't want to, step on your GM toes.
Dude, I don't care.
I don't know if anybody else realized the obvious, but you realize that everybody here is a GM that's in this game.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's glorious,
Yes.
isn't it?
Oh God,
It's
I feel
wonderful.
I feel no stress. Like I know if I don't remember a rule that somebody else here does. It's amazing.
Well, that's part of the reason why I picked you guys. Every person I invited to join the game was a GM.
Does improv find the elusive laser sight? Will Kennel ever be able to use that farming skill? What happens when you shoot a man's leg off with explosive ammunition? Tune in next week to find out.